Hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm so excited right now. I just want to come to you guys with Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. I recently picked it up a while ago, and I'm really excited to just get back and relive this whole situation. Like, Assassin's Creed 3 was one of my favorites. I know a lot of people were so skeptical about it, were just like had mixed reviews about it, but like for me, this was one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds, so by far, one of my favorites. I don't know, I mean, like, of course, I can say like the Ezio trilogy was my by far one of my favorite parts. I can't say for sure, like, aside from this, like Black Flag, I loved Black Flag. Origins, I'm still going in through that. So far it's been pretty great. Odyssey, I'm still trying to get into Odyssey for a little bit, but you know, it's like, it is what it is. But basically the original Assassin's Creed was like still like amazing in my minds, but like this really just like set everything off for me, in my opinion. Like, this is like the one Assassin's Creed that just really just put so much hype into the series, like really sort of just like helped reshape and then just like mold together the whole series. Really, if it wasn't for this game, I probably just like, I don't know, it's like, well, I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't be like completely out of it for the series, but at the same time, you know, it's like ever since when they came out with Black Flag, I was just like, you know what, like, Assassin's Creed series still has hope, you know, still has hope. So really, I am just like really excited to just relive this whole series, you know. For me, I mean, like, if I do, probably I'll go back and just like redo like the Ezio saga for you guys, maybe, because I want to go back and do it anyway. I probably can do that. Afterwards, maybe if I do, I'll probably go and play Odyssey for a little bit, but afterwards, you know. And the good thing about it is that I haven't played Liberation, so I'm definitely going to be playing this on my channel for you guys as well. So, but for now, we're going to just start with Assassin's Creed 3, obviously. So, that being said, let's get right to it. Okay, so basically, I mean, probably I didn't play the DLC, The Tyranny of King Washington. I did not play the DLC for this. I never really got into it when I first bought Assassin's Creed 3 on PS3. Maybe I'll probably go back and just do the DLC for you guys, probably. But for now, I'm just gonna do the single player. Let me just tweak this a little bit. Well, there's not really much to tweak around here. Let's see, everything's like, yeah, we're just gonna leave everything up. Let's see, okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start with the story mode right here. I know it's like, for those of you who probably heard a lot about this around now. So Sony is pretty much going to allow us to change our names a little while. Like, they can't guarantee like when they'll do it. They said sometime around this year. They haven't really specifically given us an exact date, but I know it's for sure that they already started out with beta testing for most people who signed up for it. So, but originally, like it's sometime around this this year that they'll open it up and launch it for everyone. But or maybe it's going to be in 2020. I'm not really sure, but the first time, obviously, like is luckily for everyone is free. But afterwards, once you change it again, it's going to be like what, like maybe like $4.99, maybe like $3.99, I think for sure. So basically, originally with my name, I was like such in a rush signing up for my PS3 when I first got it back then. So it was like a long time since I first got my PS3. So you know, like I was just in a rush to just play online, you know. So
used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years. Even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end. We're here. Let's go.
So basically, I know the first thing everyone's gonna do is obviously just take a glimpse of like how well the rendering is in this remastered game, because I know a lot of people are just gonna see how well the rendering is, you know. Like the resolution is a little bit a step up. It's like very stepped up. Like basically like with every remastered game, pretty much the first thing you're going to look at the priority is like how well the graphics have been just upgraded. You know, that's the first thing you pretty much notice in a remastered game. So. And well, it's pretty much the only thing, but you know, so, like pretty much the only thing, but you know.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Whoa. That's crazy. So, I'm really glad that we get to relive this whole situation.
I think we're here.
So. There was a lot of things that I was really hoping for with the upcoming Assassin's Creed games, like Odyssey. Like, I'm not saying like I'm disappointed because I haven't even played it yet, so which is crazy. I haven't even played it yet, so crazy. But then again, I really didn't play Unity, so I pretty much think I dodged a bullet. And it's probably because that game didn't really get much praise. Or
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Hey, so one thing about it is that with the current and more recent like Assassin's Creed games, they really tried to really minimize and adjust how the controls were, really to make it a little bit easier for people. At the same time, there were a few.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
At the same time, there was pretty much a few bugs at the same time. What I could see, you know, it's like basically like you could easily just like when you're just holding R2, you just jump. Basically, they took that away, so basically you could only jump whenever you go over an obstacle or climb, you know? It's like you can't jump on command basically anymore, so basically like if you're over a ledge or like about to take a big jump or leap, you know, it's like that's the only times you can ever actually jump. But you can't jump on command.
Your way through this little obstacle course.
But there's a lot of things that kind of really just like have been taken away and just readjusted, you know.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap.
That was my fault. I kind of jumped down before I could assassinate him. Oh. Okay, now... Okay, there we go. But yeah, what really captured my eye with this game mostly was the hunting element they brought into the game, like where you could easily just like hunt after a while, you know. It's like, I mean, you couldn't really do much of it. Pretty much they really just like sort of just like finalize the whole
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Ooh. Okay, this is what I always just really like. How just like the data just immediately just like gets synchronized and just like decrypted and like all at once, you know. It's like as you're moving, like when you go back, it's just like the data just gets like erased, you know, and then just like reconstructed. That's pretty cool though.
Sir. Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
He's like, bye-bye. Well, this looks like a beautiful,
Ladies and
beautiful.
gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
So basically, like when I was younger, of course, I went to something. Well, obviously, it was not something of this magnitude. Obviously, like I went to a few plays back as a kid during like field trips for school. Basically, like I've seen like several of them back then as a kid. I think one of them was so like obviously I think.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
I think I don't remember the name of the play. I think it was from a small story that I used to read about like back as a kid in school. It was, I think it was called Monkey's Paw. Monkey's Paw, I think, was one of the names.
My apologies.
And then afterwards we watched a play that was it was like I don't know, it's like whew. I can't really remember most of the plays I've watched. Really, that was like a long time ago, but you know, this kind of reminds me of it a little bit.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
Thanks.
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
And the statesman, because he's so great, thinks his trade as honest as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
So is mine. Like me too.
I already have.
Double capacity, both against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage cheats, since we live by 'em.
Sir, Black Mall, that sick word of trial comes on in the afternoon.
1,000 pardons. My apologies.
I was just like, get the fuck out of the way, man. You just like shoved him out the way, you know.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not mend his hand. This is death without reprieve. I may mention a book. War, Tom, Gag. £40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from transportation. I can get more by her staying in.
Betty has brought more goods into our lock year than any five of the gang. And in truth, 'tis a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her on, she may, in the common course of business, leave her 12 months longer. I love to let women escape.
So pretty much like back then, like with like after they did Origins, it's really just like, well, actually it was mainly after they did honestly, I mean, pretty much after they did maybe like Rogue and Origins, like pretty much like Assassin's Creed really didn't stay the same as it was. I mean, most people would just debate whether it just like pretty much changed sooner than that. I pretty much think that they pretty much redeemed themselves at Assassin's Creed Black Flag, really. That was like the whole ideal purpose of like the way Assassin's Creed was originally is just like
dodge courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
This kind of gives me like a Phantom of the Opera sort of vibe, kind of like this, a little bit.
When a gentleman is long kept in suspense, penitence must be
Oh.
Besides, certainty gives a man a good air upon his pride, and makes him risk another without fear or scruple. But all away, for 'tis a pleasure to be the messenger of comfort to friends in affliction.
But 'tis now
Oh.
high time to
Here we
look
go.
out for a decent execution against next sessions. I ain't a lazy rogue by whom one can get nothing till he's hanged.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
But like I was saying before, oh, whoa. Oh, no.
Come, please.
Oh, someone found the body. Oh, like that. That was like one hell of a tackle. It was like one hell of a tackle. It was like...
Nothing. We must keep looking. He must be in
I beg your pardon.
Don't
push it, please. Please. That's an opera.
He can't. We must have order. Try to remember.
He was trying to get out of here. But like I said before, I was talking about this in my previously.
What are those men doing? I'm staying where it's safe.
I mean, like Origins, yeah, it turned out pretty good though. I mean, it turned out pretty good, but that the way Assassin's Creed was before is like when it originally came out, it's like it seemed great. And then afterwards, like, they sort of just changed the whole aspect of it entirely, you know? It's like, at first, like, it didn't seem like Assassin's Creed was Assassin's Creed anymore, you know? But well, not to say that any of them were bad, but, like, I would say maybe, like, Unity, probably, and then Rogue, I mean... I didn't really play Rogue, honestly.
And
so.
how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fair your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Okay, so we pretty much finished up this.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Okay guys, so I pretty much, since we're done with sequence 1, I'm pretty much going to just stop the video right here and then get back to it later on. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like or comment, anything you want to do. I will take anything you want to give me. So with that being said, like, I'm definitely going to try my best to do a full walkthrough. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to be fully 100% with you guys. I'm definitely going to finish this game up and just do a full-length walkthrough for you guys. It is going to be a great experience just to relive this whole situation, this whole historical moments of the American Revolution. You know, even though it's like, but you never know. It's like, this is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. So basically, I'm most definitely gonna finish this thing up. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.